Good day and welcome to Development Yard. And today I'm going to be covering this crypto scam that I came across on Twitter. There's some people on Twitter that are posting this message. It's always the same. It's, oh, why is this hidden from the public? More than 200,000 so far. Uniswap is being exploited by this guy, leaked in Discord group November. Okay, so this one was November 12th. There was another one prior to that that had posted the exact same thing, and it ended up I did a I I reported the tweet so that it would be the guy will get his Twitter removed, but so this one's already been reported as well. But if you just do a search on YouTube for this YouTube video in itself, you'll see who's doing this. But if let's go to this tweet is still there too. But if we go to this YouTube video, you'll see what this is, and it's definitely a 4-minute video telling you how you can make $1,000 per day using Uniswap and Solidity by building an arbitrage MEV bot. Okay, so basically what this video wants you to do is go to chainide.com and go to Pastebin. The other one doesn't work, but this one does. Go to Pastebin, copy this code. This is a smart contract in Solidity. Go into ChainIDE where you've made a Solidity file and paste the code in so that it's called, the contract is Uniswap Front Runner, right? So I'm going to show you why this is a scam, because this contract does not do what it's supposed to do. But what he's telling you to do is paste the code in, verify the contract address that's in this. He says on these two lines, there's on line 32, 33, something like that. In here. Yeah, make sure this is the wrapped ETH contract address, and it actually is wrapped Ether contract address, right? So what they want you to do is run this. First of all, you deploy this to the Ethereum mainnet, and then they want you to send or fund this smart contract using MetaMask with at least 0.5 to 1 ETH, right? So you'd have to have 0.1 to 0.5 to 1 ETH, and then you basically come into MetaMask and send it to your contract address that you just deployed, okay? And then he tells you, you can come in here and look at it if you want, but he then tells you to, okay, so once it's deployed, you're going to get the interaction. So all the function calls are going to come up here, and he's telling you to click the start button to start the bot. There's a start function to start the bot, and then just let it run, and then come back and check it the next day, and then click the withdrawal button. And he says, well, if you check your smart contract after a day or whatever, you'll see that the balance has increased, right? So your so-called bot has found some Uniswap swaps that it could do front running on and get some arbitrage profit with. But this contract is not going to do what it says it's going to do. So let me take a look at that. So don't just copy and paste smart contracts. Don't fall for this. Don't copy and paste just any old smart contract that you see. And just because they tell you it's going to do something, it doesn't actually mean that it's going to do it. So you have to know how to read the Solidity and see what it's actually going to do. But here, as you can see, this Solidity contract has a receive function. So yes, you can fund it. You can send funds to it. So it's enabled. So you can send funds to it. And then basically, if we want to look at the start function that he's got in here, it's the start function that this is what they want you to click. So it's a public function. And that's a problem with this to start with is anyone can run this function. And this is even more of a problem when we get down to the withdrawal function. But the start function is public, so anyone can run it. All they need is your smart contract address. So here's what it does. It calls this function start exploration, and it passes this fetch mempool data. Then once this is done, it gets the to address from so that returns an address. So it makes it payable. So it stores it in this payable address contracts, which means you can send money to it, or it's a payable address. You can use it in a transfer function, and then it does a transfer of the get balance to whatever contract comes back from this function. It's transferring the entire balance of your deployed smart contract back to this contract, wherever that is. And as you can see, get balance here, right above it, all it returns is the address of this deployed smart contract. So let's say you deploy this on the mainnet and send 1 Ether to it. This function will drain the balance of your own contract and send it to an unknown smart contract. And we're going to take a look at this function right here, fetch mempool data, and see what that does. And this one has 4 strings, mempool short, get mempool short. It doesn't have anything to do with the mempool as far as I know. Mempool short, get mempool short returns a constant. Fetch mempool addition returns another constant. Fetch mempool version returns another constant. And the get mempool long, another constant. So, and then what it does is ABI encodes those 4 constants together and returns that as a string. So this will return that string to this particular start exploration function. So start exploration, what that does is takes a string and returns an address. So what it's doing here is it's doing a for loop based on this bytes memory. So it's A or whatever, bytes memory temp. But it's looping through here. It's doing some calculations, and it's depending on, some of these if statements, it's doing some calculations, but it will return an address of some sort. So based on those other constants, it's gonna calculate another address. This is just obfuscation code it's just obfuscating the person's actual smart contract that this is going to get transferred to. So the scammer has his own smart contract that's going to receive all of these. So when you click start, his contract's going to receive your money. So his contract is going to get your money. You're basically sending it to him. The other thing is there is also a function in here that he is likely running on his smart contract it's called find new contracts. So this is how, even if you don't click that start button, you deploy this contract, don't interact with it whatsoever. As long as it has funds in it, he'll run his own copy of find new contracts on his, and it's gonna loop through. As far as I understand, it's gonna loop through looking for other smart contracts that are accessing this wrapped ETH contract address. So if A equals B, if A is not equal to B, it will skip over. But so it's basically going to search for other smart contracts and return an integer, I guess. It's going to return something. So I think he's using it to find other people's smart contracts. And so basically once he finds that, once he gets that, then he's going to come and click withdraw money on his contract. But this does the same thing as the on your contract. So basically, he can come, if he finds out what your smart contract address is, this withdraw money public function, anyone can come and click this in the Etherscan, and they can basically drain your whole smart contract. So it's gonna, it's gonna drain your smart contract and send it to him. So because it's doing the same thing. So it finds his smart contract. So basically, this is a complete scam. It is not going to front run any contracts. It does not go to Uniswap. You are not going to make money off of this. And if you look here in the comments, you're going to see all of these fake comments like, oh, we need more people like you. I love your channel. You made complex things like this fun and easy. It's actually brilliant how it works, blah, blah, blah. So all these people saying it's working, don't believe any of this. It doesn't do what it says it's going to do. There's a lot of people here love these ETH bots. These are all paid. As far as I know, they're probably paid comments or fake comments that they're posting to make it look legit. There's a lot of them too. But this is not legit. It's absolutely not legit. None of these people are making in money. Maybe there's the odd sucker that says, oh, if I put in 4 ETH, I should be able to make huge gains quickly. Can I start out with 4 ETH? These are people that are suggesting maybe you should do that if you watch this video. So don't, oh, I sent just 4 ETH to my contract. Yeah, I hope this is real. See? So there's a lot of people maybe losing money with this because it isn't real. There's they've got 5,000 subscribers to this. So this is not new. 35,000 views. This was originally posted October 5th, but this title keeps getting changed. They keep updating the title, and the only thing on this channel are I think there's 2 videos on this channel, and that's it. Make $1,000 per day using Uniswap. Make $700 passive income with Solidity and Uniswap. Easy tutorial. It's probably the same thing again.
Hello.
So, it's probably, his front running bot, right? It's the same Payspin. It's similar. It's probably the same thing though. It's in a different Payspin, but it's the same. It's probably very similar. Find new contracts. It's the same code, slightly different. Maybe you updated the version of it. Load current contract. But let's look at the start function here. Running an attack on Uniswap. It's transferring the balance to somewhere, right? So it's still doing the same thing. It's a scam. So he may have rewritten the code, but this is still a scam. So do not run this smart contract. Do not fund any smart contract like this because it's not a front-running bot. There's nothing in here that goes to Uniswap. It's a complete and total scam. So that's it for this. I just want to make sure everyone was warned about this, that they don't fall for it. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more different topics on Development Yard coming up. So